Hey guys, it's Willow. Exactly 1 week ago, I released a YouTube short about our game chat. And on that day, we saw the old chat come back. The chat that we used to know, where it showed the giants that we hatched, and the shinies, and the metallics. The chat was working. The community was so excited. We thought, yes, chat is back. And then just a few hours later, it was gone. I tried to stay positive, hoping that this was a sign that something was being done behind the scenes, and that one day we might see the game chat working again. Today I watched the server reset, and then immediately my accounts logged back in on their own. Now that in the past is usually an indication that the developer has reset the servers. So I ran around the entire map, but I didn't see anything different. Then I looked in the settings menu and I saw that there were some changes there, and I was so excited. What we seemed to have experienced a week ago maybe was some type of testing, or I'm not sure if it was even related to this. But here we are now today, and we have a working game chat back for Collect All Pets. Now, just to let you know, at the time of this recording, which is the evening of September 4th, 2025, we have not had any official word yet from TwoZoos if this is how chat will stay, or if there are any other changes or updates that may be made in the future. So if anything does change, I will be sure to let you know. But for now, let's dive in and see what this new chat is like and what has changed. Okay, so first let's talk about two settings that have been removed. So the first setting that has been removed from the settings menu is show exotic crystals in chat. There was a time when you could have this activated and it would show which player had spawned an exotic crystal in which area and how much that exotic crystal was worth. Whether it be 50 or 75 or 100, it would show you this in the chat. That, along with many of the other chat features, did stop working. But now that we have this new modified chat back, we find that this particular feature has been taken away. The other change that has been made is that you will no longer see shinies in the chat. You'll notice on the right here that with the new settings, all of the chat notifications are now grouped together for you in one place, and shinies in chat has been removed. So at this time, you will only be able to see metallics, giants, and shiny giants in the chat. I can only assume that this change has been made because the farther you go in the game, the more shiny luck you get, and you can even achieve 1-in-1 shiny luck where everything that you hatch will be a shiny. So you can imagine that would be spamming the chat if you could see every shiny in the chat. Most likely that is why that was removed. I think that will affect the early game players who are just starting out and may like to see that they got a shiny in the chat, but their time will come later in the game when they start to get metallics and giants, and they will have that excitement of being able to see those in the chat. Let's first take a look at metallics in chat. So you can see some up here in the chat already. You can see a chrome, a titanium, obsidian, and a gold. So it looks like the text for the metallics match the color of the metallic that you get. So one thing I wanted to do while we're waiting is I also want to look at what text looks like here in the chat if you're typing to your friends. Oh, there we got a titanium. So you see that appear here, titanium spotted dog, and it is in that white color. With the previous chat version, when we were not able to see the metallics or giants that we hatched, everyone was assigned kind of a random color for their name in the chat, and I see that that has stayed the same. So we still appear as these kind of randomly selected colors, but it's good to know that we can now do both things. So we can chat with our friends here in the server, and we can also see what we are hatching. Now here's a new feature called Hide Notifications for Other Players. So if this is turned on, what that means is that you will not see if your friends are getting giants, if they're getting shiny giants, or if they're getting metallics. You will only see the notifications of your pets that you have selected here in the chat notifications settings. This may be something that you might be interested in using if you have some players in your server that are doing very well on giants and they're kind of filling up the chat very quickly. You may want to hide the notifications for them so that you can see your own pets when they hatch. We also have this other new feature here, which is something we're all really excited about. This was a great new addition from the developer, and we just couldn't be more excited about it. So showing new discoveries means that when you are hatching giants, if it's a new giant for your index, one that you don't already have, it's going to show in the chat as a different color. So I'm going to take one of my alternate accounts into the mine. We're going to do some giant hunting, and we're going to see if we're able to get any new discoveries and show you what that looks like. All right, so we have Willow 10 here. She has not done very much mining at all. So I've activated some ingots for her and a shiny boost. We can take a look at her index here. You can see she still has a lot of undiscovered common giants. So hopefully we'll get a new discovery and you'll be able to see what that looks like in the chat. I'm going to make sure that we have those settings activated. Okay, so one thing you're going to notice here in the chat is that I'm not seeing the giants that are popping up here. And the reason for that is because I have only show new discoveries. So if you have this check marked, you're not going to see every giant that you hatch appear in the chat. You're only going to see it appear in the chat if it is a new, unique giant that you don't already have in your index. So let's turn that off now and see what happens. Willow 10 just discovered a new unique giant that she did not have before. And the way that you can tell that it's different is because it appears here in this gold yellow color. So you see when she got a duplicate, her name stayed in white, and now she discovered a new giant, so it appears here in yellow. Alright guys, so we're going to end the video here. I hope that this overview of these changes to chat is helpful to you. Are you as excited about this change as I am? Please let me know. Leave me a comment. I would love to hear from you. I want to take a moment and just thank TwoZoos, the developer of Collect All Pets, for hearing us and for making these changes and for fixing the chat. It is really important to a lot of players and to the community that we have this back now. It gives us the opportunity to celebrate our achievements with our friends and with the people in our server. It allows people out there in the public servers to connect and to congratulate each other and hopefully build friendships and help each other more in the game. So there's just so many positive and good things that are going to come out of this, and it is so good to have it back. So thank you again, TwoZoos. We really appreciate you taking the time. We hope that this will lead to more updates in the future and other changes that can be brought to the game and make it an even more exciting experience for the Collect All Pets players. Thank you all for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you all in the next video.